Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff and today we're gonna have some fun playing Magic. And my wife and I just got back from a 3-day trip to Vegas. So I was gonna take a little bit of a gamble and play a sweet deck that I found on Aether Hub. If you go into the Meta Hub, then check out latest decks here in Standard. You can find a bunch of different decks that have done well in ladder or placed with a 7-0 in an event. I found this 5-color deck and I wanted to try something a little bit fun. This is Aether Hub's conglomeration of a bunch of different creators, a bunch of people that posted decks, and it just like put all of the cards together that it thought was the best ones available with its AI. And sometimes that's a real gamble because Aether Hub's AI can get pretty silly sometimes. But this deck right here is golden. It is fantastic and I'm super excited to show it to you guys. In the spirit of full transparency, I did make one change to the deck, and that's just adding one mountain and taking out one Temple of Epiphany. And that's because we're only splashing blue for Prismari Command and the occasional time that we can cast Koma with a couple treasures that we make as well. All right, so that's the setup, but let's go ahead and dive into what this deck's trying to do because it is amazing. So pretty straightforward stuff. We want to get our big creatures into the graveyard and then reanimate them. Our big creatures are Velomachus Lorehold, Burning-Rune Demon, Terror of Mount Velus, and Koma Cosmos Serpent. We can get those creatures into the graveyard with these 3 spells: Thrill of Possibility, Seize the Spoils, and Prismari Command, each letting us discard cards and draw cards. Seize the Spoils and Prismari Command can also let us get a treasure, which is huge for letting us cast Reanimator spells faster. It also lets us cast our board wipes a little bit faster too, with Storm's Wrath and Shadow's Verdict, each coming in as a 2-of, but with all the card draw that we have and digging through the deck, it actually works out perfect. I also changed Storm's Wrath. It was initially Draconic Intervention. I changed it to Storm's Wrath because I just felt it was better. It's a better thing to hit with Velomachus in case we don't have a big spell in the graveyard to hit more stuff on the board. So then we get to our Reanimator spells. Unbreakable Bond is definitely the best one. 5-mana sorcery, turn target creature from a graveyard to the battlefield with a lifelink counter on it. This is huge to be able to give our already beefy creatures that get a hit in for lots of damage lifelink counters, and then getting to bring out a Terror of Mount Velus as well and give that lifelink countered creature double strike is huge. It's just a big life swing and it sets us up for the rest of the game just in massive ways. We also have we also have Return Upon the Tide. 5-mana, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield if it's an elf, which we don't have any of those, so that part doesn't matter, but we can also foretell it and cast it for 4 mana. And that's really the big thing with this deck, is that we're casting our Reanimator spells on turn 4 pretty consistently because of Return Upon the Tide and the treasures that we get from Seize the Spoils and Prismari Command. And I don't have to tell you that a turn 4 Koma is busted. But what's even more busted is a turn 4 Velomachus, which then hits Unbreakable Bond from the graveyard and brings back a lifelink Koma on turn 4 as well. That's when this gets really busted. So that's pretty much the deck. There's not a whole lot here. It's pretty straightforward. Honestly, you can change out any of these cards on the top end for anything else, and this deck I think will function really, really well. Koma and Velomachus I think are the 2 ones that really need to stay in here because they're just so powerful, so good. It's nice to be able to actually be able to cast stuff. So Burning-Rune Demon is nice to be able to go grab Return Upon the Tide and Unbreakable Bond both to hand, or Shadow's Verdict and Storm's Wrath to hand, so you have board wipe for the next turn. It just sets everything up perfectly. This is a really, really fun deck. We're gonna dive right into the gameplay, but first, please help me get to 40,000 subscribers. You guys have been subscribing like crazy lately. I definitely appreciate it. I still know that there are 100,000 of you guys that are watching over the last month that still haven't subscribed. So if you guys would hit the subscribe button, let's go and dive into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, up against Fantin, and we have Thrill of Possibility. Seems possible, seems likely that we're gonna do this. So, all right guys, sorry, I've had a break from doing Magic. I got a blessed 3 days where I didn't play Magic, and honestly it's nice to do every once in a while. I play Magic literally every day. My wife and I went to Vegas, and honestly not a huge fan of Vegas. That's the biggest thing. That's like my biggest takeaway from going there. It was like, you know what, I could do without that in the future. I don't really care about that. All right, keep the land on top. We get to start discarding some things to reanimate on this turn. This is literally my first time playing this deck as well, but I was really excited about it. I was only discard one thing. Oh, it's instant speed. Wait, cancel. Oops, pass turn. I was thinking about Cathartic Reunion. Cathartic Reunion isn't historic. Wait, is it? Why don't we have Cathartic Reunion here? Or the new card. I guess we're not in white. So this is a deck that was taken from Aether Hub. Because it was super exciting. Well, we're up to Unbreakable Bond. This is sorcery speed, so we'll get rid of this one. Get the treasure. Now we have untapped land for Unbreakable Bond. Give Velomachus the ability to potentially Storm Stress. Storm Stress doesn't actually kill Yorbo. Scavenging Ooze is the worst possible thing that could happen here. Snakeskin Veil. Holy crap, what was that? Put a counter to it, then double the number of counters. Wow. All right, so we can get back Velomachus, but I think that we have to go for Baleful Mastery here, especially now that we don't have Snakeskin Veil. Just to not be dead, you know? That's the thing that I want to be, is not dead. We're just kind of splashing blue here, so I'm not terribly worried about that. So let's just Baleful Mastery. In fact, I think there's only a couple things we can even cast with blue. Like, we do have Koma, and we do have treasures, so having the blue and have the treasures let us get the 2 green is nice. You same with like Velomachus, but really it's only Prismari Command that we're casting for blue mana, so like it's not a whole lot. All right, so Velomachus can block the Questing Beast if need be. Man, that's hasty stuff. This is bad. All right, well, Unbreakable Bond. Let's go ahead and get out another untapped land. It's with a lifelink counter on it. Which is the one that gives haste? Is that not in the format anymore? I guess Velomachus already has haste. And the lifelink counter. Pretty sweet stuff. Let's go ahead and, yeah, let's Storm's Wrath. That seems legit. All right. Back up to 9. Down to 15. Okay, I like this deck. Oh, sweet stuff. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, it's beautiful. All right, well, let's go ahead and give this double strike, I guess, with Terra Mount Velus. Why not? So let's go ahead and... Does it give it haste with this one? Okay, no. Terra Mount Velus. Lifelink counters, double strike, hidden for 10, gain 10. I like it. Holding on to lands because we might find like Seize the Spoils here. I'd rather draw cards, get rid of some of these swamps. I could have gone for some other stuff first. Okay, Prismari Command. 2 damage to face and destroy their artifact. Probably should have just drawn cards instead of dealing the damage. Doesn't actually matter. I just want to get rid of the Shadow Spear was my first thought. We could have drawn the cards instead there. All right, Temple of Malice. What's on top? Thrill of Possibility. We actually don't have that much stuff to be playing here. I guess just to the bottom. We need to find a creature. Of course, then I need to find a way to get rid of it again. But I mean, we have a decent amount of power on board, so good game, sir. All right, up against Berry Melons, and not a good hand. Mulligan. That's a lot better. We'll keep that one for sure. I think I actually want the temple here. We'll drop the island. We are really just kind of splashing blue, which we have the thing for blue there, but we're good. Let's see. What do I want to be discarding? Is Terra Mount Velus good enough? Like, Koma is so much better than Terra Mount Velus. Terra Mount Velus is a good, fun thing to get, and it's great at times. But Koma's just Koma, you know? All right, so throw this out on blue. Pass the turn, instant speed, thrill possibilities. There's a right command on the next turn. We'll probably just get rid of the flyers. Even if they get to draw a card, I'm not sure. Especially because we're going to telegraph what we're doing here. I'm not sure if they have the ability to get rid of stuff from the graveyard. Wait now, yeah. I'm trying to remember, are there any graveyard hate cards in Lessons and Learns? Shadow's Verdict is nice. On black, pass the turn. All right, we need to find a way to reanimate. kind of an awkward... Here's a Croxa. Could exile it. Well, they get a draw card. We're still discarding a card. Shadow's Verdict gets rid of this anyway. The hard part is that I'm also wanting to draw cards here as well. So, you know, let's go ahead and throw this out right now. So, create a treasure. All right, so what are we getting rid of? All right, so Terra Mount Velus. We have 5 mana into Shadow's Verdict, so get rid of Baleful Mastery. We still need to draw some cards here. Actually, I guess we can get rid of Temple of Epiphany, right? Because we are getting a treasure now. Yeah, let's do that. Now we have to discard another card. Now it's... we need to find reanimation stuff, but I don't want to get rid of the chance to kill things. We have more board wipes. Okay, they get to scry. Shadow's Verdict's a little bit awkward right now. Could just bring back a Koma. Okay, then. Let's do that. Alright, there's a Koma with a lifelink counter on it. Get a Serpent. Okie dokie then. Baleful Mastery does get rid of this. I'm trying to think of what other kind of removal they'll end up having. But we found the reanimation spell. That's what we were wanting. Shadow's Verdict does kill our own Serpent's Coils. But getting rid of a Croxa, worth it. Pest Summoning. Okay, down to 16. I could have made it lose its abilities, or is it activated abilities? It's activated, it can't be activated. Okay. Pass to my turn. Create another Serpent. All right, I don't actually have the mana for Shadow's Verdict, do I? I can foretell the Return Upon the Tide. Or cast Seize the Spoils. Well, let's attack in. They're gonna triple block the Serpent? No. Okay. Down to 11. Discard a card. What am I discarding? Okay, opponent keeps it up. Yeah. Koma's a hard thing to beat. You know, it's just so good. Yep, I like it. I like this deck a lot. This is fun stuff. All right, up against Romiesu. It's like Pisu. All right, keep this. I'm sorry, guys. I keep doing that, and then I remember I shouldn't be doing that. Land on top, yes. Pass the turn. Usher the Fallen. All right, we need board wipe now. Board wipe is good stuff. We need red mana for Storm's Wrath. Do I really want to be throwing out blue mana too much? We only have Prismari Commands that we really need it for. So let's throw this out on black. Pass the turn. Winota, right? That's what's going on. That's the bad stuff that's happening. Although they wouldn't be making a human warrior if it's just Winota, unless they really have nothing. Storm's Wrath. I like Storm's Wrath. It's the bestest. All right, so blue, red, we're good. So Seize the Spoils, get rid of Terror. Hold on to Koma now, because if we can make enough treasures, we can actually just hard cast Koma, which is the best card there. We already have one in the graveyard, so we're fine to bring it back next turn if need be. Might hold off in Storm's Wrath first, and then do it. Relic Robber. Feels like a Winota deck. Yeah, get the dude. Storm's Wrath also kills this guy. Shadow's Verdict. Koma. Yeah, let's just go for this. All right. Board wipe. Dead. Pass the turn. We have Shadow's Verdict if they rebuild too much. Another Relic Robber. So much rude, man. So much rude. All right, so let's go Unbreakable Bond. Bring back Koma. As one does, you know. Return upon the tide. And bring back a Terra Mount Velus. I do have the mana for it. Yes. We'll swing in. Send the message. Pass the turn. Booyah. We might also just go for like Shadow's Verdict if it gets a little bit too crazy here. Pota scoops it up. Yes. Dude, just reanimation is actually not that bad in this format. Prismari Command for the treasure, everything like that. Letting us reanimate on turn 4 with 5 mana reanimation spells is actually just like massive plays. I love it. All right, up against Alex 89. Keep this. Velomachus to the graveyard. Some other ways to draw cards. Throne of Death. All right, Temple of Malice. Don't look for reanimation stuff. I guess hitting our 4th land is still really important. So yes, keep it there. Agonizing Remorse. Ooh. Exiles the Velomachus. That would suck. That would be not great as far as things go. From their hand or graveyard. So they can exile something from the graveyard if they desire with that. Alright, pass turn. I mean, even if they do... yeah, it's exile. They should have just gone for the exile, I feel like, but whatever. Alright, so get rid of Velomachus. Into the graveyard. Unspeakable Bond. Nice. Seize the spoils. Get rid of Burning-Rune Demon. So we have it next turn. We found the untapped land. Life's good. Very nice. I feel like they have lots of removal, so I'm not really feeling like we are just fine here. But I'd rather go for it than not. I can if I'm expecting removal, actually, I think I bring back Burning-Rune Demon over Velomachus and try to find more reanimation spells so that even if they kill it, I can keep going. Is that the best play? Let's fill this out on red. So we are going to do this, though. Unspeakable Bond, Unbreakable Bond. Whatever I hit, I think will come to the battlefield. Velomachus just gets so much upside, so it's absolutely the best one here. But let's go ahead and just get Burning-Rune Demon. Take action. Any cards not named Burning-Rune Demon. So typically you go for Unbreakable Bond and whatever the other one's called. Return upon the tide. But we let something go to the graveyard as well. We could grab 2 board wipe type things. Nothing's on the board. Something should be eventually. All right, let's just go with these 2. We already have something else really good in the graveyard. Unbreakable Bond goes to hand. Nice. I definitely think this one's the worst one. At the same time, we've already seen some board wipe potentials. Oh, it's also a Reanimator deck. Okay, so they won't have too many answers then, in general. Right, in that case, we have 2 of each, so it should be fine here. Velomachus. Seize the spoils, discard, Thrill of Possibility, why not? It's one card that they know of, we don't need it right now. Down to 10. Pass the turn. Alright, how bad can this get? Godzilla, Doom Inevitable, love that card, but it doesn't actually get itself into the graveyard. right, gets a Velomachus. Does have lifelink. Do I just trade off here? See how bad this gets, I guess. Getting a free spell here or trading off? That's the question. Free spell can be pretty big stuff. Like if we get a free Storm's Wrath and then I get to Prismari Command, I get to kill it and actually hit him for damage. They go up to 17. And we have the Baleful Mastery, so exile it. Yeah, we'll hold off. Should I scry to see something on top for Velomachus? Or swing in and do all that stuff afterwards? Probably afterwards. Alright, hold on to attacks here. Shadow's Verdict. It gets stuff away from the graveyards, but only small things, right? So I don't think it actually matters here. Yeah, it doesn't actually matter here. So then we are going for Baleful Mastery. Do I want to let them draw a card here? Let's just get rid of the Throne of the Death stuff. Let's just cast a few more things. Prismari Command could be really nice. Getting ahead here could be nice. Letting him draw cards lets him get ahead too. Yeah, I don't know. This is tough stuff, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Get that guy out of here, though. I know that's what I'm doing. I still have a land drop, so I can still play out Thrill Possibility and Prismari Command with the treasure. Throw this out on red. We already have 2 blue sources, so we're fine. Question here is, do I kill the Throne of Death now? They get some card draw with it. They have a bunch of creatures they can hit. No. Pass the turn. Down to 6. Card draw is really the important thing here. Prismari Command, we can throw damage at face. Baleful Mastery. Only pay 2, we get to draw a card. Okay, then. We can return the favor. Drawing a card. Opponent scoops it up. Sweet! We are the better Reanimator deck. Oh, yeah. Can't keep this hand. Oh, wait, we do have red mana. Just kidding. We get to keep this hand. I still get thrown off by some of these things. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and play this out first, just because I will probably make the mistake and mess it all up. I know myself too well, folks. All right, play out Swamp, pass the turn. I like this deck. It's pretty straightforward. Just bring back really big things. Like, it's not doing the Dragons of Porch style. It's not doing like all of the spicy fun stuff that I tend to want to go towards. All right, now we need board wipe. Luckily we were on the play in this matchup. This is a matchup where I think of being on the draw, we probably would lose with this kind of hand, at least, not having too much stuff. But we get the Prismari Command here in response to pumpage. Now let's just get a treasure. I don't actually have to discard stuff, right? They want to cast a spell now. Would that be okay? Debating if I should be going for a Prismari Command now. Let's see. If they want to cast a spell now, I think I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and get ahead on mana. We need an untapped land to bring Velomachus back. Typically, they're not going off on turn 2 with this, or turn 3. You know, like they usually want to have like plenty of extra spells. They want to have like a Leonin Light Scribe, a bunch of other things like that to go off with. So getting just a spell out of hand means that they can't go off on later turns as much. And it gets rid of a fight as 1, which hopefully means that Storm's Wrath kills him here. Shadow's Verdict would be a good thing to get up to as well. Untapped land is the dream. If without an untapped land, we go Seize the Spoils, drop a Burning-Rune Demon, we can actually get up to Velomachus with the treasure. He tapped land. I guess we draw first and then we scry. Uh-oh. All right, let's not be dead on this next turn. 4 mana is plenty for bad things to be happening. Play out the tapped land. It's a lot of reanimation spells. That's a Storm's Wrath. Okay. Last turn. I think I'd rather hit Shadow's Verdict. Shadow's Verdict actually kills all their stuff. How many of those do we have in this deck? I'm trying to remember. 2. Hey. We need to look at the top how many cards with Velomachus. So look, top 7 cards. That's pretty deep. Fairy Guide Mother. Yeah, we're taking 8. It's actually not as bad as I thought. All right. No mana held up. We do Storm's Wrath. Definitely Storm's Wrath here. Just get rid of the board. We say goodbye. Can pay 2 to foretell. No. Nah. On blue. Pass the turn. So foretell just means it comes out on turn 4 instead. That could be nice at times. All right, so bringing back Velomachus with lifelink is actually really big too. I can just play this one if I want to. Let's go Unbreakable Bond. Holding on to cards because I do want to be able to potentially like seize the spoil, get rid of one of these. Lifelink is huge here. Honestly, that's probably one of the best things about Unbreakable Bond is that giving big creatures a lifelink counter as well. Ooh. Oh, I totally forgot about this. We do have a Burning-Rune Demon, don't we? All right, let's just go ahead and grab that as well. It ain't bad. Let's grab a Storm's Wrath and Shadow's Verdict, right? So take action. Storm's Wrath, Shadow's Verdict. Should I go for Baleful Mastery instead? Actually, I think it's these two. Yeah, there we go. This deck is insane. This is so good. We get the Storm's Wrath. Yeah, Shadow's Verdict definitely hurts them more. All right, let's gain some life. Burning-Rune Demon also lifelink, so even if they're attacking in for a 10.5, we can gain 6 life and block something. I think that's okay. I do actually think that's okay. We can play a Koma if we run into it. I think that's also okay. Oh, this is so good. All right, Fairy Guide Mother makes him massive. Still has to cast 2 spells to get away from all of the damage. They have the double strike guy at some point here too. So I think that we just block the Fairy Guide Mother with Burning-Rune Demon. I could make them cast all of their spells and then hold up Storm's Wrath. Like that's another way to go with this. Like, okay, you go all in. Like I could just block the Lunar Light Scribe. This one, yeah, maybe that's the better way to go instead. Oh well. Yep, 6/6 with lifelink and flying. Gonna kill. Fight is 1, okay. Fight is 1, number 3. Onslaught. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I expected. But we gain life on this second shot here. Like so, even with the double strike, I knew I wasn't in danger because we're gonna gain all the life in the world, and then we get to swing in and gain all the life in the world. And they're tapped out, so now Storm's Wrath hurts really bad. And so, you know, we're just gonna do that. Yeah. Okay. Yep, that's how it goes, dude. This deck is so good. All right, guys, this deck is insane. I absolutely love it. And every time that I play a card or a deck with a card that I get the mastery thing right afterwards, like I just barely got the cool art for Velomachus, and it's always after I finish doing it. I apparently have one more in mastery too. Anyway, this is a fun deck. This is probably the perfect deck to come back to after playing after going away to Vegas for a few days. Finally got a break. It was our first break as parents away from kids. We'd had one break, but Emily was really sick with, carrying another baby, being pregnant and everything. And so it only half counted as a break, because we were still with the child the whole time, Anyway, and so this has been really nice to be able to get out to Vegas, go away for a little bit. The cool thing is I'm with YouTube. I'm still able to post a video every day, and you guys are none the wiser unless I tell you. Dang it, I told you. Anyway, this is super fun. This deck was awesome. Yeah, so we went 5-0 with it. I did play in free play. Yeah, 3 times on the play, 2 times on the draw, 100% win rate on everything. Just it's 5-0, amazing, awesome 5-color Reanimator. Okay, that's good stuff, my friends. Yeah, man, this is just good stuff. So Velomachus is busted. I totally forgot about the ability to just like play these 5-color things. Like when I was first looking at this deck, I didn't even think about these as 5-mana spells, but being able to swing in with Velomachus and then bring back something else with it, like Koma or Terramount Velus, like all this stuff, like it's just so good. So the hardest part is making sure that you have the best cards in the graveyard. Velomachus is the only 4 of, and so it's the highest chance of having 2 in the graveyard, which makes it awkward because then you don't want to be bringing it back. But we have so many other spells that we can be casting with it that it's pretty good, and these ones are just straightforward. I was surprised how effective we were. I wasn't playing in ladder because I was just wanting to get back into the game and get back in the gameplay. These were my first 5 games with this deck, so there you go. But yeah, deck was sweet. I thought that 2 Storm Drafts and 2 Shadows Verdicts wasn't going to be enough. So let me show you guys where I found this one. I'm not sure if it'll show up. So this is what I did. So hopping onto Aether Hub, I want to show you guys where I net deck this one because this was a net deck, but I also don't know who did it. So what I did was I went into latest decks in standard best of 1, and I found one that said 5-color. Was it this one or was it down below? It was a different one. Didn't have Luca in it. But it was just like super fun. It just like, so I found a 5-color deck. It had 59% win rate. It doesn't have a name on these ones. I think sometimes it just like grabs whatever deck it can find and kind of throws it in there. But it just said 5-color. That's all that it said. Trying to find another one. Maybe too many things have come out recently. Anyway, it was awesome though. It had 59% win rate in what's it called, in ladder. So maybe I should have been playing this in ladder, but this deck is sweet. It's fun. I did change up a couple of things, but it didn't have a name. So I want to give credit to this one, but I literally couldn't find a name in that setup. I can't find it. I'm also, a noob and don't know what I'm doing most of the time. So there's that. I changed up a little bit of the mana base. I didn't want that many temples. They put in tons of temples. Temples aren't too bad because we can play them out on turn 1, turn 2, and still have our turn 3 plays pretty good. But I think it's also important to have enough untapped lands with this one because you want an untapped land on turn 4 to be able to play this with your treasure, or turn 5 to be able to play these, into stuff. And so having untapped lands in the early game, totally fine. Late game, I don't think it's good enough. It was a blast. Absolutely love this deck. I don't think I have too much more to say about it. This is just a good one. It's just great. It's just fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's like 1,000 people watching in every video that are brand new, that keep coming back to the content later on. And so if that's one of you, hit the subscribe button. If you're one of the people that have been watching videos for forever and have not subscribed, just double check to make sure that you have, whatever. It's just a nice thing to do. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Have a good one. Bye.